in the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 51 back in 2017. We are inside NRG Stadium in Houston. Today, the calendar has flipped to November, and we've got an intriguing matchup on tap. As it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the Houston Texans. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. There he goes, left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Broncos. Touchdown, Broncos. And that right there is how you silence the home crowd.
All week long in preparation, visiting teams talk about it. Okay, we've got to start fast. We've got to take the crowd out of it, as you just talked about there. We've got to control the ball early. And in this case, forget fast start. This is a blazing start. What they've talked about all week is their offensive unit doing that. Not necessarily the guys returning the opening kickoff, but believe me, they'll take this.
Will Lutz on for the point after. And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos. So how about that for an intriguing start? The opening kickoff of the ball game, return for a touchdown. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
And there's no doubt about the talent that we see from C.J. Stroud. We've watched it develop in his first 2 years in the league. But the best way quarterbacks are graded is winning. He's out there trying to win his 3rd division championship in as many years.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. And again, it's Chubb. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And the Texans, first down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Now Stroud. And the Broncos get there and take him down. John Franklin Myers, the one in there to drop it. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to have to put a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now a run. Here's the rookie from USC. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for him.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They go up the middle with Chubb. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Here's Stroud. He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins. That'll go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
C.J. Stroud.
Offensively lucky they were able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
And a year ago when he was drafted, it felt like central casting. Bo Nix coming to the NFL ready to roll, and he surpassed all expectations a season ago and threw for nearly 30 touchdown passes as a rookie. Fell just short with 29, but a huge piece of his team's future.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now it's Nix. Under pressure, and down he goes. But Daniil Hunter, he's the one who gets in there and brings him down to the ground. 3rd and 19. To throw is Nix. He'll air this one out for Mims. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On 4th down, out is the rookie 6th-round pick, Jeremy Crawshaw, to punt. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded at the 20. Not a big deal on that one, just your everyday 67-yard punt. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They'll send Kirk in motion right. And they get to Stroud, nowhere to go, and he goes down. Nick Bonito. Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center.
All right. 118. What's that?
Stroud looking to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Stroud to throw it. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Nick Bonito. What a start to this ball game. Still in the first quarter, and he now has 3 sacks, on pace for double digits. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football, as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. Here's Tommy Townsend now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. And on the first drive, 3 and out.